is pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
To return some videotapes. 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 Videotapes.
Welcome back once again to Strange Glow Video on the Ecto Violence channel. It is Tuesday night, November 25th, 2025. That's weird to say. You know what I mean? Like, we're in the future now.
We're almost.
I don't know what year The Running Man originally took place, but I know Blade Runner was originally 2019. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Back to the Future. We're like in the future now. We're genuinely worried about AI these days.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
What a world. What a day to talk about The Running Man, the new Edgar Wright film based on the Stephen King, Richard Bachman adaptation. Not adaptation. It is an adaptation, though. Also, there was a previous film that starred Arnold Schwarzenegger, so a lot to sift through tonight.
That was
all this.
Yeah, so I read the book, The Running Man, this year in anticipation of this movie, and it's a great read. There's been some really good Stephen King stuff this year.
Yeah.
Richard Bachman, specifically, his subgenre of his pen name, because he didn't want to oversaturate the market with himself, which is fascinating.
I can't even remember all the movies that came out for sure, but like the ones that I liked that I know were adaptations from him were The Monkey, The Long Walk, and I mean The Running Man's probably my least favorite out of those three, but like it was still good. It wasn't like I'm not like holy shit, but I liked it to start our review anyway.
Yeah, so this movie is based on the book more closely, obviously, than the 80s version with Schwarzenegger, which there's a lot of people out there that probably don't realize the original was based on a book.
I mean, I think it does have that in the credits, though, so if they pay enough attention, they do. And it's like, the thing is, if they're big fans of that movie, actual fans of that, they definitely know. And people who grew up back then, who were like movie buffs and stuff like that, like our people in our circles would probably be aware that it is based on at least a book, if not aware that it's based on Stephen King, I feel like. But the general audience probably just forgot about that movie entirely. I feel like most people didn't even, like, kids these days are not aware that that movie exists. They may have seen it in passing on Tubi or some shit, you know, but...
Yeah, it's, out of all the Schwarzenegger stuff, I've only seen that one a few times, and it's not because I didn't like it, but I didn't see it when I was growing up, so I don't have, like, the nostalgic tie to it like I do with a ton of his other films.
Well, we had to talk about this, you know, somewhat recently, just Schwarzenegger films in general, because there's some genres there.
Yeah.
Like, there's just the straight-up action movies. There's the comedy movies. There's the more sci-fi-oriented movies, which are generally action-based sci-fi, too, though.
Yeah.
Aside from Terminator, which is more horror sci-fi. At least the first one.
Yeah, for sure. The first one.
I always loved Total Recall, and I didn't watch that till I was in my teens. And I was starting to get into, like, a bunch of sci-fi movies then. Like, I was watching Blade Runner, Total Recall, all this shit.
Yeah.
Those are both by the same author.
Yes.
But yeah.
So the book takes place in 2025, so it's very fitting that this came out this year.
There you go.
So I'm just going to start out by saying that I really enjoyed this movie. I had a good time with it after having read the book this year. Obviously, I rewatched the original movie, not like right before I went and saw this because I knew they were going to be different, but I read the book and watched the movie about the same time, the original, just to kind of get a sense for what the differences were between those two.
See, the big thing is with that original movie, I'll say, the setting is confusing. The way it's filmed, it feels like they're on a soundstage because they are a lot of the time. But it feels like they were supposed to be on a soundstage. But it also feels like maybe they're supposed to be on this, like, the streets at night at certain points. And you're like, I'm confused as to what's going on here. But, like, it's a cool setting, though. And that mystery has me, like, my mind going while I watch that movie. And the thing is, it has very strong elements going for it. But also some stuff that just seems a little goofy. Like, the outfits do seem a little goofy that the running men are wearing, the jumpsuits. Because they're just, like, skin tight, whatever the fuck, you know? So they seem a little goofy as opposed to how the new movie did that.
It very much had an American Gladiator vibe to it with the costumes, because I feel like had they done the costumes a little bit different, but I get why they did them right in that movie, because it was soundstage, because it was like shot to look like most of it was at night in the dark. This kind of like vibe they created with that, like that color popped and it made it easy to figure out who was who, because you had several.
Takes place over like what seems like one night. Maybe it's like 6 or 7 hours, but it's just one televised broadcast.
Yeah.
The strongest element for that movie is the hunters. And I'll say it even now. The hunters in the Schwarzenegger movie are far more interesting and better.
They're cartoon characters. They feel like wrestling characters to me, because essentially that's what they made them be, like over-the-top characters of killers, right?
Yeah.
And that definitely worked in the Schwarzenegger version. In this new version, I felt like they didn't play up enough of those characters very much. They just didn't really.
I felt like
put the
wanted
emphasis
more
on
from
them.
the hunters and stuff. I feel like they could have made them characters, even if that's not in the book. You know, that's one thing you should take from that, is make them their own weird personalities. Like, they are celebrities because they're hunters on that show now. Like, you know, they have fucking cereal boxes, even though they're fucking murderers. Like, shit like that I would fit good into the world, I think. That's all.
Yeah, and they only did really McCone. McCone's really the only one that they really played up like that, but even his costume was interesting.
Yeah, it was
like just with his mask and stuff.
It's very subdued, which I get. This movie's a little more grounded almost, but like also they're still really goofy, both of them. But
so this movie had vibes of, and not a lot of people saw this movie, but the remake of Fahrenheit 451 with Michael B. Jordan. And it's got, obviously you're talking about a dystopian future where things are really messed up. So you're already kind of treading in the same pool, right? So it had vibes of that. Now, granted, I like that Fahrenheit 451 remake, but I'm a fan of Michael B. Jordan. I think he's pretty solid performer.
I think he's pretty.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
you'd gaggle his hog.
I don't know if I'd say that, but
you're smiling though when you're not saying,
you could
you're not
say
saying no.
Ambiguity, buddy.
Yep. Sometimes not saying anything says it all. Yeah, no, I think he's all right. He's good. He's cool. But what else does this movie have going for it? So Glenn Powell, let's talk about Glenn Powell real quick. This guy we saw, my first experience was Top Gun Maverick with him. And he was basically like, oh, here's our new Iceman. He's extremely handsome, but he's also confident, and he's a dickhead, but is also a really good pilot. And so that confidence is merited, like, you know what I mean? Just like Iceman, pretty much. Yep.
I think that was the big piece for me with him, was seeing his redemption arc at the very end, where he kind of comes in there because just plays like, just the handsome, cocky guy. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that didn't like Twisters. I enjoyed it well enough.
I did not.
I thought
like
he did.
It. I think it's.
I thought he did. Yeah, I think he did a good job in that.
No, he did a good job in it. He's definitely the best part of that movie for sure. Him and his character.
Yeah.
But like, I have rewatched it since theaters, and I was like, man, there is a better movie here somewhere. And then I also watched Into the Storm and was like, actually, I think this is better than Twisters.
Okay.
Which is surprising. Even Night of the Twisters is better than Twisters.
I haven't watched that in so long, I couldn't say.
I have. It's kind of a comfort movie. I'll throw that shit on in the background sometimes on a VHS or something. Solid. It's on YouTube, too. You can find it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he was good in that movie. Like, his performance was fine, and that was one of the main reasons I was like, okay, I'm kind of excited. Like, I can see him in this movie. It makes sense. And then The Running Man was announced. You know, Edgar Wright directing, which is one of my favorite directors. I recently watched The World's End again. I don't know if you have seen that one.
I don't know if I have, honestly.
It's an alien invasion one. Basically, they're doing a pub crawl. They're trying to visit all 12 pubs, and it's like 20 years after they graduated high school, and they're all friends, and they moved on in their lives and shit, and one of them can't move on from his life, essentially, so he drags them all there to do this pub crawl because they couldn't complete it when they were, like, really young. And then alien invasion happens while they're there.
Oh, I think I have seen that, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. I just hadn't seen it in a while. That, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, obviously my favorites from him. I really like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like, that's just a fucking crazy movie. And that movie in particular was what had me excited to see him direct this one. A lot of people like Baby Driver. Baby Driver's good, but again, has nothing on his other movies for me. And then Last Night in Soho, I didn't end up seeing, but I still want to see that one.
Okay, I'm trying to.
He might have done one or two others, but
yeah, he's got he's a very reputable filmmaker now.
But I've always liked him and his style, and it's been very interesting.
And Scott Pilgrim versus the World, though, I mean, being able to adapt that the way he did, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty faithful adaptation from the source material.
And that world was adapted so well because that is a subculture of, like, where video game nerds meet music nerds, you know what I mean? Like hipster circles have that sort of crossover, and that movie is that perfectly embroidered, like boiled up into one pot. Because it is like a video game movie, but it's also like a comic book graphic novel style movie.
Yeah.
But it's also a movie about fucking bands with music by sick bands actually in it, so...
Well, I think one of my favorite things about that is just the visuals of it, right? Because it feels like you're watching a comic book without, like, trying to do comic book things.
Too, you know?
Yes, it does. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like you're forcing on, like, those types of graphics or, like, art. Because they could have easily just been like, hey, we're going to make this an animated movie. But to do it live action with the way they did it, it just feels, like, so awesome. Especially having played in bands and done all that stuff, like... It just captures this magical vibe, I think. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a magical movie for sure. This one, so he has a couple regulars like that. Like, we do see Michael Cera pop up in this. And that's probably my favorite role that was in this movie. Michael Cera's been doing... I think he has a whole family now. You know, he has kids and shit. So he's raising kids. He's not doing as many acting roles, or at least I haven't seen as many come out. I know he's in Barbie. And he's always done some indie movies and stuff here and there. And he's done some voice acting, too. But it was just cool to see him again in general. And then his character was very interesting. You know, just one of these conspiracy nut-type characters. But also, it's like, at this point, it is reality. And...
Yes.
How he eventually just, like... explodes and is like, now we got to kill some cops before we get out of here. I got to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, it's funny because he's just full on ready just to annihilate him. He's like, no, we got about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, I need this 5 minutes. Like, I need this 5 minutes. It's going to be my therapy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very intense.
And then he does end up dying, but like...
Yeah.
He lives on quite a while. I think that was my favorite character from the movie, but... And you've got Josh Brolin, obviously. And Josh Brolin, I think, you could have cast this man as a hunter and it would have worked just as well. But I think that might be just too obvious. Have him instead be this charismatic TV guy who's who he is. But
Yeah, because he has like that wrestler style vibe of like,
He has
and I
Vince
know
McMahon written all over him.
yes, he does, but he's way more charismatic and way better spoken as this character, I feel like. So, you see the inspiration for that.
And then
Um,
Coleman Domingo as the host.
he was fucking awesome too, though. I really liked his character.
He's just one of my favorite like actors of the last 10 years. That the first time I saw him was watching Fear the Walking Dead when that premiered.
Oh yeah,
He's in that show.
Yeah,
and he's what makes it, like, honestly. So yeah, he was excellent.
yeah, I liked his character for sure. If you're gonna follow the book here, and the only thing that like, we briefly talked about this the other day, but the very ending of this movie in the book basically is that we know the hero's gonna die. He gets shot on the airplane, right? He's bleeding out. He's gonna die. So after he kills everyone else, he flies the plane into the network building and kills the boss there. But in a post 9/11 world, I don't know if that was his decision, if that was an executive's decision. They decided not to go that route and instead referenced it, that they said, hey, we're going to make it look like you went crazy and crashed the plane in here. And they basically told you what the real ending was going to be. And then they did something different.
Mm-hmm.
Which, after watching,
way to tie it in.
After watching it, I was good with it because in the book, there's no more follow up with the family ever. So, and in a movie, I just feel like they're always trying to have some sort of closure on there. A lot of books. Well, let's put it this way: I appreciate books and movies that don't have happy endings.
Yeah,
because that's fucking real life, right? There's not always some fucking miracle to turn shit around for you. So the fact that they did that with this movie, I was like, okay, he gets the guy there. A little less impactful of a story than like, just deciding that you're going and then, going to take this guy out too because he's like hoarding wealth.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can talk the potential controversy. You were saying that you're surprised more people weren't talking shit on this movie being woke.
Yeah, because to be honest, I don't think that they realize that it is. And when I say woke, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a almost whimsical, hilarious way, because all movies, to some degree, you could describe as political, honestly. You could politicize any fucking movie you wanted to, just about. And especially a movie like this, that is clearly about fascism, is set in 2025 in the U.S., and has an extreme amount of parallels between these masked police and soldiers and hunters and what ICE is doing. And
yeah,
like, it's crazy.
Right? It's crazy too, but in this movie, it's a corporation. And but
the corporation is the government in this movie, so that is like the definition of fascism.
Yes, but that's the thing that people aren't able to put two and two together, right? They can't do the math on this.
For sure.
And it's kind of funny because if they saw that, they might not like it, but you're just like, no, this is very, the satire of real life, also the dystopian future of it. It's kind of capturing all those things, but it's an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's like the same people that are going to watch Idiocracy. Yeah, like, there are genuinely crazy MAGA people who are going to watch Idiocracy and be like, this is what the liberals are going to make the world into. They're all idiots. And you're like, I mean, you're too dumb to even realize this movie's making fun of you. You think it's on your side. That's how stupid you are. It's hilarious, because I do see that all the time. So I feel like they just aren't getting it with this one. They aren't thinking it's on their side. They're just thinking it's a wacky sci-fi movie. Having a good old time.
And to me, it was interesting that like the first weekend in the box office didn't do all that great. But when you think about it, like we heard about this movie sometime last year, I feel like. And then we didn't even see the first trailer until, not even a teaser trailer, really, until when was that? A couple months ago?
Yeah, I think
July, maybe? So, I mean, I get it. You're going to start hyping things up in anticipation, but I just didn't see, like, the marketing campaign didn't feel like they spent a ton of money on it. So, and I feel like this movie is going to do very well in the home video release. You know, once people can watch it easier. I mean, really, when you think about it, like, I don't think all the big movies are. I mean, the big studios are not fully back with theater going, right? Theater going is still, like, pretty difficult. So, unless you've got, like, a huge movie that's had a ton of promotion, you're just not getting the same volume of people in there as you used to pre-pandemic. So,
yeah. Well, we've seen a lot of movies this year, and we're getting to the point where we're going to have to come up with at some point during December, a 2025 movie ranking list.
Yeah.
We'll get together and rank every movie we saw.
Yeah, there's a few out there.
And I got to say, this is probably not in my top 10. I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know what I mean? I thought it was okay. I'm like on the fence about buying it. To be clear, I haven't bought Weapons yet, but I do want to. I didn't buy Toxic Avenger. I don't think I will. I didn't buy The Monkey. I kind of want to.
That's one I still want to get. Weapons, I'll probably wind up getting.
I want to get Weapons.
Toxic Avenger, I saw on DVD, and I don't know if they had Blu-ray or what, but they didn't have 4K, and I'm like, I'm not going to fucking buy this on DVD and pay $20 when I'd rather just fucking buy a higher quality copy.
What's the thing is, if you're going to sell DVD, you better also sell the Blu-ray and the 4K. Because at Walmart, sometimes I'll just see a 4K and a DVD, and I'm like, dude, I want the Blu-ray. Like, if you were going to sell me Toxic Avenger, the new one, on $5 on DVD, sure, then I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Because I'd say, fuck it, I don't need it higher quality now. I'm going to watch it maybe 1 or 2 times.
You've got to make the price proposition worthwhile, because you can't give me the lowest quality video and audio specifically.
I will say, some of the times those new DVDs are like $12 or $15, but like 10 is the tops. I'm paying for a new movie on DVD, like, especially one movie. It's the set, or like it's a rare edition or something used. That occasionally I do stuff like that, but
yeah. They've got to make it worth your while, because, like, if that's the only version you're going to release, I'm not going to buy it. And then you're going to be like, well, the home video of that didn't do well. We're like, well, you didn't sell me the version I wanted, so.
Yeah. I did buy
Kinda
Final
interesting.
Destination Bloodlines from this year.
Okay. Nice.
Really liked that, but I also really like that franchise, so I kind of wanted to complete it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I bought that came out this year. I'll probably end up buying Silent Night, Deadly Night, provided I don't think it's absolute trash and just, like, for some reason hate it, which I don't think I will. Has really good reviews.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's my top movie for the rest of the year, as far as what I really want to see.
Same. I don't know if there's anything else I give a shit about, like Anaconda. Probably just
I mean, since I got the AMC Movie Pass, I'll see it just because, you know,
I'll have to
I've
see
got
if
it.
Mine's
So.
lapsed or not. I'm not sure, but if it hasn't, I might go see it just for the hell of it, just because. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be great. They've spoiled literally the entire movie in the trailer already.
Yeah, they give away the entire plot. So then at that point, you're just like, we're really just going there to see. And even then, like, they showed us, like, the snake that they actually run into in the wild there, and you're just like, okay. Oh, Predator Badlands, I do want to see.
I do want to see that. I'd heard it was decent, and it pissed a lot of people off just because the Predator was a woman or something. I don't know. There's a bunch of misogynists are pissed at that movie. Let's just say that.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Like,
must paint women in a light that is not just purely sexualized.
Well, more importantly, like, we've never seen Predator genitalia, so why the fuck do you care? How do you know the Predators we've seen before were dudes?
Predators all have pussy faces, so.
Yeah. Yeah, hit that coming soon here, and I'll see if there's. I feel like there's one other movie that I was pretty interested in seeing. And let's see. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is getting terrible reviews. The first one didn't really bother me.
I'm not going to see that. I mean, I just have no interest, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Primate looked interesting, but that's opening in January. The trailer for that seems kind of wild. Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, I do want to see because there's some additional footage in that. I feel like there's one other thing, and I'm just not seeing it here just yet. And I thought it was early December. And then 28 years later is January.
Oh, what is this? The Chronology of Water. Stars Kristen Stewart is a directing.
Nice.
Interesting. Starring Imogen Poots, who, if you don't know, is in like 28 Weeks Later, Green Room.
Yeah.
She's in a bunch of horror movies. Oh, she's the girlfriend in fucking Fright Night 2011. And then Thora Birch, Kim Gordon, and Jim Belushi.
Interesting. That's a good cast.
A young woman finds her voice through the written word and her salvation as a swimmer, ultimately becoming a triumphant teacher, mother, and singular mother. Okay, I mean, it could be a great movie, but like that doesn't sound like my type of movie either necessarily.
Yeah, what's crazy is on the AMC, like looking at the movies that coming soon, they don't even show Black Christmas.
Silent Night, Deadly Night?
Yeah, sorry. Why was I thinking Black Christmas? Yeah, they don't even show that.
That's weird. It comes out the 12th. Dust Bunny. Have you heard of this? It is a 2025 American horror thriller film produced, written, directed by Brian Fuller. Best known for Pushing Daisies and Hannibal.
Okay.
It stars Mads Mikkelsen, Sophie Sloane, David Dastmalchian, and Sigourney Weaver. It tells the story of an 8-year-old girl who asks her hitman neighbor to kill the monster under her bed. Never heard of that.
Okay.
When a monster under her bed eats her family, an 8-year-old girl living in New York City asks her hitman neighbor to help her kill the monster. Mads Mikkelsen as the hitman. Little girl. Interesting.
Yeah, so when I saw The Running Man, there's a couple of trailers. The How to Make a Killing trailer looked pretty interesting to me. And the Bride trailer looked interesting.
I don't think I saw the Bride trailer, but
it's interesting. That's Warner Brothers instead of Universal. So I didn't know if some of that hit public domain or what. But I thought Universal had been pretty good about maintaining the rights to that stuff. But it's Maggie Gyllenhaal directing, so looks like a crime, like a 1920s like gangster movie around the Prohibition era. So it looks fascinating. I'm excited to see that when it comes out.
We got a new 28 Years Later coming out in 2 months.
Yeah, January 16th. Finish that up.
Is there another Silent Hill movie coming out?
Avatar, which I don't give a fuck about.
Nope.
I've not seen any of those. Yeah, December 12th is Silent Night, Deadly Night. That looks amazing.
Scream 7. Mixed feelings on that.
Yeah, I could have swore there was something else I wanted to see coming out in December, but I'm not seeing it. So
Jesus, they already got another Mario movie done?
Yeah, the trailer's looking pretty interesting for that.
Huh.
The boys and I are big fans of that, so it'll be interesting to see. That comes out in April.
Blumhouse has a Mummy movie coming out.
They do?
Yeah.
Huh.
Starring nobody I've heard of. But also, They're doing a Mummy 4 movie with Brendan Fraser, so
That's the one we all really want to see.
yeah. There's another movie coming out called Michael. That one's about Michael Jackson, not John Travolta.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that doesn't that have his nephew playing him in there?
Yeah, it looks creepy as fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2 is in May.
Okay.
The Mandalorian and Grogu. I forget about that.
Yeah, I keep hearing about that. But
Animal Friends. Oh god, I don't even see that. Scary Movie 6. Supergirl movie. I don't give a shit about that. Evil Dead Burn. Spider-Man Brand New Day. The Odyssey. The Odyssey I will see.
yeah, I mean, I'll see that. We cover that in like history in school, so that'll be interesting to kind of see a modern take on that.
Well, it has a very interesting cast. Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, however you say her name.
Mm-hmm.
Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, John Bernthal, John Leguizamo, Elliot Page, Mia Goth, Corey Hawkins.
Nice.
Evil Dead Burn, though, I look forward to. Coyote vs. Acme is actually coming out next year.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Oh, we got a Cliffhanger remake.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Pierce Brosnan's in that? That's weird. All right. We have another Resident Evil movie coming out next year? What the fuck? Oh, it's that Zach Krager one. God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it, they just won't stop.
No.
They're reanimating the dead horse so they can kill it again over and over.
You're literally at a spot where if it's a franchise name and people are familiar with it, they're not going to stop.
The problem is, I want to be like, oh, but yeah, it's Zach Krager directing it. He's the guy who did Barbarian and Weapons.
Yeah, but then all the press he's done about it, I'm just like, don't.
Yeah, he's been like, well, I'm going to do something completely new and unique. And you're like, fuck off, follow the goddamn video game or don't make it.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't that fucking difficult. But apparently it is.
Practical Magic sequels coming out.
So the Return of the Living Dead cast Devon Sawa here recently. So I don't think that originally that was supposed to come out this December, but I have no idea when it's supposed to come out now.
I was about to say, I don't even think they shot that thing.
So like that is interesting to me, but
God, they have another fucking Meet the Fockers movie coming out.
Yeah, that's a franchise that can just fucking die.
The first one's a masterpiece, but the rest are absolute trash.
Yes, the first one is still really funny. I still enjoy that. But everything else beyond that is just like the same joke over and over and over. And like, does Ben Stiller never learn as this character? Because
I am looking forward to Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
And there is a movie called Werewolf coming out with basically the same cast as Nosferatu and director. Has Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, and Lily Rose Depp.
Okay. I'm down. Like to see that one.
Yeah.
So my first Ecto 1 came in the mail today. I haven't even opened it yet, so I'm not going to fuck around with all that right now. I was going to show it off, but I'll do a video on that later if you give a shit. Watch the Strange Glow YouTube channel if you're curious.
I was about to say, like, at what point have you lost the touch if you, like, you get a toy and you're like, I don't even want to open it. No, I'm tired. Like, what kind of fucking child is that?
Yeah.
Kid would be reading that box on the way home. Like, holding it, reading that shit, looking at it, being like, imagining what you're going to do with that shit. And you're just like, I got it, but I'm leaving it in the box. I don't give a shit.
I've been very stressed. My mental health is questionable right now. So yeah, I'm not in a spot where I would have been excited as I was when I ordered that. I'm just kind of like fucking just trying to survive one day at a time right now. So
I feel that winter doesn't.
So no, the winter doesn't help. But yeah, I'm really struggling with existence right now. So just trying to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that I'll probably open that tomorrow and try to do a video on it. But I was like, I don't want to do an unboxing. Fucking unboxing videos half the time are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, what's in the fucking package? Like fucking plastic wrapping, fucking tape. We all fucking know what's inside a box. Like, I just want the review of it, right? So I'll open it up and show off the parts and go from there. But
yeah. Well, you should just do that. Call it a review, not an unboxing, because
yeah, I'm not going to call it an unboxing.
There's these physical media channels like that will also review movies. Like I just got the new Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me 4K, and they will say it's a review, but really it's just an unboxing because they're not reviewing shit.
Yeah, they're not talking about the movie.
They might watch the movie, but like, I'm throwing up that whole fucking side-by-side comparison with the VHS and the DVD. Now, this is a review of a physical media release.
Yeah, there's a comparison. There's something to like look to and say like, okay, what makes this release interesting or fascinating? But yeah, you got to have those things. And like, I've already seen tons of people, which
that's why my Elm Street video did so well, because there were so many people getting that fucking Steelbook set, just being like posting unboxing, and they'd just be like, look at the art, and here's my terrible lighting, and I'm showing you the same case you've seen for months because you've been watching.
Yeah, it's the same. Everyone's been seeing that and just like making videos with the picture of the Amazon pre-order of the art, and you're like, we've all seen this shit. No one cares.
We all have the same Ecto 1.
Yeah, well, so what's good about it? What's bad about it? Yoshi. So yeah, I do want to do some photos and stuff with it, so I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, you know, like I said, I'm just going through a rough spot, so I'm just like, just trying to get by, trying to survive, man.
I feel that. That's me every day. Every day that you see me, that's the worst day of my life. How about today? Is today the worst day of your life? Yeah. Oh, that's messed up.
Isn't it? Isn't it, though? Isn't it?
It is, because I genuinely do wake up sometimes and I'm like, you know what? That fear of death is gone. It will be a sweet embrace one day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of depressing, but
it is. I'm just like, well, I won't have anything to worry about. Like, you're not scared of dying? You're like, no, I won't fucking know I'm dead.
I won't be in a constant state of panic. I will not be tense anymore.
Yes, I won't be walking around in a panic state with modern late-stage capitalism, like destroying our mental health and an entire world economy.
Yeah. I am burdened with the truth.
Yes, I am burdened with knowledge. Just trying to get by one day at a time. Hopefully these movies will help us feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. Like, I watched Home Alone, which I always enjoy watching. The kids like it, so that helps. But I'm just like, my staple movies, like, it's Thanksgiving this week, and I'm like, do I even give a fuck about planes, trains, and automobiles this year? I'm trying to care. Like, right? What other movies? I'm just like, I'm going to watch it anyway to hopefully, like...
I'm going to try to as well.
It's,
there's also Stranger Things that's coming out tomorrow night, and then...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel... Yeah, and Stranger Things, too. Like, I really am excited about that. I haven't finished all of season 4 yet, but I mean, like, with the way everything's going right now, I'm just like, I'm so far behind in so much content of like videos and shows and things, and I'm just like, just kind of fucking like coasting, like I'm in zombie mode almost. It's just like, just trying to survive, survival mode, man. It's rough.
Oh yeah, I feel you. Because sometimes I go in waves with this channel. I've only think I've uploaded like 4 or 5 video, maybe 5 or 6 videos to the channel this month.
Yeah.
This is only our second live.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've both been busy. We've got other shit going on. There's a ton of stuff going on, and so yeah.
Now I still did pretty okay with views and everything this month, so that's why I'm like not panicking about it. But it's like work and life and stress, and I had that fucking. That's how my hand's looking now.
Jeez, yeah, that's a huge fucking scar.
It's deep as fuck too.
Yeah.
So
like that's gonna be a scar. Like when you're an old man, you're gonna be like, "It's cold outside. My fucking hand hurts." Ah. That thing
I'm
is
already like
that. Well, I mean, like when we get snow and shit next week, you'll have to let me know how bad it hurts in the cold.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's how we are.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we didn't bum anybody out tonight if you're watching. But yeah, we're getting by here.
We're gonna get reported. Like they're like hitting the fucking Facebook bell of like this person might self-harm. Like I don't know if they're okay.
I mean, what keeps me going more than anything in the world is fucking spite. It's pure spite. It's like I don't want anyone to be able to talk shit if I fucking have to, I just can't. I can't do that. I can't let someone else I can't let someone else fuck up the narrative. It's pure spite. It's like if people want me to do that, if people dream about me doing that, if people don't like me, if they hate me, it's pure fucking spite. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to give a motherfucker the satisfaction. That's the number one thing. I'm not going to give you dissatisfaction. It's a crazy thing. But that's what keeps me going a lot of days. Not giving someone else the satisfaction. We're not going that way. So
yeah, I feel like my YouTube channel is doing pretty well these days. We just hit 5,300 subscribers. So
yeah,
closing in on 6,000, and then it's only a matter of time before we hit 10K, and I can continue to grow this thing so I don't have to work in fucking restaurants for the rest of my goddamn life, because it would blow my brains out for sure. Did I say that wrong?
I don't mean to laugh. It's because I can relate to the feeling.
I'm already like...
And I say that because I think it's important to be honest about this. Like, right, we are content creators, but at the same time, we're fucking humans too. So, like, you just go through shit. Like,
well, I do. I work at a bar 5 days a week. You know what I mean? So I go in and I serve people and I do all that shit. And it's like I work with a lot of people that are younger than me. People who this isn't gonna be what they're doing when they're my age for sure. They're gonna have long been gone. Whether that's based on their privilege and abilities, maybe their parents sending them to college like mine didn't, or even encouraging or ever talking about that sort of thing at all. Because when I was 18, I was just like, I'm free. And then I was like, in my mid-20s, and I was like, wait a minute. What do I do? I'm broke.
I tell you that right now as a grown-ass man that's so close to my college degree, but it feels like it's so far away. I've got 6 classes. I'm almost done with the class I'm in right now, and I've got 6 classes to go before I'm eligible to graduate. And that's another thing that keeps me going is like, God damn it, I've fucking gone this long as a grown-up feeling like I'm never going to get this goal done. And to achieve that's going to be like a huge thing. Like, I just need to do this. Just trying to get through it, man. Like, because it's not easy.
Well, that's the thing.
But
go ahead.
But you can get your degree all you want. But like, I just look at like Amazon laid off 20,000 fucking people in like leadership and management roles. So like decent paying wage jobs, right? Like livable wage shit.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about the people delivering packages to your door. They don't fucking pay them anything. But all these huge companies are just laying people off left and right.
I have a bad week sometimes serving, and I'm like looking at jobs on Indeed sometimes, just like seeing what's out there. And I'm like, man, these warehouse jobs and all these other jobs, it's not going to be worth it for me to start getting up at 7 in the morning, going to one of these places to make the same amount of money I am for this, just to try to do something else. And the thing about all that is I look at YouTube as my college and my time doing that, essentially, like growing a career somewhere else while I'm just having to work at a fucking restaurant during the meantime. But considering I've only been really pushing this YouTube channel for 2 years in January, and it'll probably be at 6,000 subscribers by the 2-year anniversary, is pretty solid. Give it another couple years, what other people would be what I could potentially be doing, because I've thought about going to college for a couple different things. But I'm like, well, would I want to do that at the same time as I'm doing YouTube? Not really. I'd rather just do YouTube. So I'm still betting everything on that right now. But
and like, luckily, my employer is paying for my college right now, because the cost of college for most people is never fucking worth it. Like, colleges cost so much, and they spend so much on their sports programs and shit, and they, like, you're paying sports coaches millions of fucking dollars at those places. You want to know why tuition costs so fucking much? Because you're paying a fucking guy to coach a football team an insane amount of fucking money. It's just asinine. So, like, colleges no longer care about educating people. A lot of colleges really focused on for-profit, pushing people through.
Yeah.
And,
what is interesting, there are plenty of colleges that are offering free classes, and there's some that are offering free classes even online these days. So you can attend a state or an out-of-state college online these days fairly easy. I think even what you're doing is mostly online, isn't it? So
yeah,
it's possible to do. It's still expensive, though.
Well, the big thing is, is it going to make you make enough money to pay them back and be in a better spot in life as you are now? Or are you going to go get a degree, make just enough more money to spend all that money paying back your loans to be in the same spot you are, living the same comfort level? Because, that's no joke how cheap college is, right? And they just let you take, like, it's crazy they let 18-year-olds go and be like, yeah, sign up for a lifetime of debt. But that's all by design, because if you have people that owe people money, they're motivated to work. And by motivated, I mean they're filled with crippling anxiety and all these other things that really just keep the lower class, like, fucking held down. It's insane. And that's just the reality we live in.
For sure.
And I mean, and even we come from a fair amount of privilege, right? We had a pretty good upbringing. Right. Like, we lived in a nice house, we had nice cars, but that only goes so far. And so, like,
well, that's the thing, is like, we had those things, but it's not like our parents had those things. So our dad, like, made more money than he grew up with, and did not know how to be a person with money.
Yeah.
Which is why we don't. Well, I mean, you do better than I do, for sure, but, like, Mom knew what to do with money, for sure. She was handling it behind the scenes. Well, this motherfucker's out buying motorcycles and shit, which is why I'm bad with money. I blame it on him. But, yeah, he's like an interesting example in this for us.
Yeah, and you think about how many other people have experienced that, right?
Well, because they didn't. They didn't pay for college for any of us or anything. You know what I mean? They might have helped out here and there, for sure, with stuff like that. But it wasn't like, oh, we're outright paying for your college. Here's your savings account for your college, or anything like that. And I'm sorry, I probably could have. I mean, his thing is, I don't judge too much, but, like, if I had kids, and I don't ever plan on having kids, but if I had kids, I'd be like, there's money for them, savings of some sort, if they choose to go to college or something. Like, there would be talks about things. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that. With being a parent myself, I think that's something you have to be aware of, is what's that going to look like. But I feel like so many people are just saying, well, go to college to get your degree for what? Like, I see people like expecting a master's degree to make $15 or $20 an hour. And you're like, why the fuck do you think anyone in the right mind is going to get a master's degree to make shit?
Yeah. And that's the thing, is you can go and get entry-level sales jobs at companies like where you could potentially be making over $100,000 a year if you're willing to be a weird asshole at one of these companies and just cold call people all day or whatever and work your way up.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean,
that's
there's
a living hell.
But the thing with sales though that people don't talk about is like, you want to know why shit costs so much? Because of how much they pay salespeople.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, that's truly like that. There's a fair amount there, right? So it's hand in hand. But I get it, right? Because being a salesperson, people can talk shit on that all they want. It's tough. You're being rejected and turned down all the time. So you got to have thick skin to be able to do that. So, I mean, I get both sides of the coin, but it's crazy.
Depending on what you're selling, you might have to be a fucking complete piece of shit who's manipulating people into buying shit they don't need. Like, there's a lot of that in sales. Like, that's what a lot of it is, I would say. Probably damn near half. But, like, a lot of the stuff, like, the jobs in sales that you would want would be, like, where you don't do that. And they have, like, their big accounts and their business-related shit. So, I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
It's just, like, one of those things where every now and then I'm like, fuck, I'm not making enough money. And I'm, you look around to see what's out there and you're like, do I take the time to like learn a new craft? Because even, here's the thing, I was a couple of years ago thinking about doing some stuff with coding and like help desk stuff. But even that, because of AI, is becoming fucking limited as hell. People are losing their jobs being bought out.
Yeah, well, they're being bought out, or they're basically, all they do is babysit AI coding, so they need less people because they just go find the bugs.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you're at a spot where no one's ready for that conversation of a universal basic income. But I mean, at some point in time, with technology pushing the way it is, like, I don't know what anyone expects.
Yeah, they're gonna need that for sure. I don't know how we got this far, but anyway, Running Man is, it was woke and it was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was not great, but good, I say.
Yeah. I've been doing audiobooks here just kind of as we wrap this up. And I had Cujo checked out, and I just didn't get all the way through it before it was due back, so I had to get back on a wait list to finish the second.
You've been listening on a CD or something?
No, through like digital library app.
Oh, you're saying like it had to be back. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It had to be back.
Yeah, no, I checked it out from the library, and like the app makes you return it if you can't extend it if there's other people waiting for it.
For a digital
library, yes. I mean, I could buy it, but I'm using the public library's access to this app for free content.
That's weird. Interesting.
It's awesome though, because there's tons of shit on there. But I started The Firestarter today by Stephen King, and like that's got like some real Stranger Things vibes to kind of some of the things going on there, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect time to read this book.
Yeah, they've done 2 film adaptations of that. The first with Drew Barrymore in the 80s, and then they did one in the last like 10 years. I don't remember. Probably more recent than that, but
I think it was 2022 when I read, maybe a couple of years ago. Like yeah, so I was excited to have that one, just getting it started, and I'm like, okay, just kind of pivot.
Yeah, I've heard that it's not as good, but it is definitely one of the ones that, like 11 is kind of very much like a character, and the vibes of lab stuff is very much influenced by that. So
yeah, so I was checking out the book because I don't remember watching either of the movies, so I just figured I'd listen to this book and then check those out and have some Stranger Things vibes going. But you want to shut this shit down for the night?
Yeah, we will call it for this week. I don't know what we're doing next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Talk Thanksgiving. See if there's anything else out that we want to watch. Well, I guess we can talk Stranger Things because we'll have seen it by then, probably.
Yeah, we'll probably do like a group chat with everybody, like a spoiler chat about it.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right. Well, we'll see you back at it next week. Don't party too hard, but it was good chatting with you. I appreciate you your ears as we got off track and talked about real life for a minute.
Yeah, it got pretty dark.
Yeah, we're better now, though. I feel better. I talked about it, so I feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can't keep it bottled up all the time. It makes it tougher.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, we'll see you back at it.
I think I'm going to take a bath after this. Maybe make some toast.